Alright folks, today I'm doing this video pretty much on the end of days and what's to come. I hope a lot of people pay attention to this video because I'm going to put a lot of good information in this video, a lot of stuff that you need to know. Now, just to clear up a few things, I know a lot of y'all don't understand where I'm coming from or where I get my information from. But the thing is, just because you hear something new doesn't mean it's false, okay? Y'all have to understand that just because somebody tells you something different than what you have been taught doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make them a devil. Just because I say something that you think is against the Bible, because nothing I have said has been anything against the Bible. It's just your understanding of the Bible has been flawed, okay? And that's what I'm trying to correct. You feel me? It's because the last 2,000 years, okay, the Roman church, okay, or Rome itself, Rome fell when it created the Bible, okay, but they didn't fall. They changed form. The Caesar turned into the Pope, okay, and they used the book to control the world. They taught a false theology, a false understanding of the book. They simply allowed you to believe that the metaphors and the mythology that was put in the book was actual history, okay? And that affects a lot of things. And actually affects how you grow spiritually, okay? And by doing that, they keep you in a sleep state, I want to say. A state separate from God, because you don't have a true understanding of God. You only think you have an understanding of God. You think God is a man in the sky when God is truly an energy that's in you, okay? God is everything around you. I'm going to prove all this today. I'm going to show you exactly where my theology comes from, so y'all can have a better understanding of where I'm coming from, so y'all don't sit here and think I'm crazy or trying to turn y'all against anything. All right, so let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about this right here, the Holy Bible. Okay, the Holy Bible. That's what you first got to understand about the Bible. You got to understand what it means. Have any of y'all ever looked up the definition of the Holy Bible, where that phrase come from? That phrase means it's Latin, okay? It comes from a Latin translation. That's a Latin translation. It's Helios Biblios, okay, which literally means the sun book, okay? It's a sun book. They never meant for you to worship any of these mythological characters that they put in the Bible. I'm gonna explain all that. I hope I don't go crazy because I just said that. I'm gonna explain all this to you. This energy that is Christ exists. I'm telling you now. The energy that is God exists. I'm about to show you and point you directly at what it is, because nowadays we have science, and science has proven a lot of this stuff. A lot of y'all just not up to date with modern science, with modern technology and quantum physics. Quantum physics is proving everything I'm about to tell y'all. All right, so like I said, the Holy Bible is a sun book. Why is it a sun book? Okay, first we got to understand what God is. Okay, quantum physics has identified there to be a source of all energy in this universe. They identified it to be one source, and this source is conscious, okay? Meaning it's thinking, it's acting, it is dictating pretty much everything in existence. They have proven this. They call this source the unified field, okay? Look it up. The unified field is the source of all energy, period. It is all energy. All energy comes from it. It creates all energy and generates all energy in this universe. Okay? It is conscious. It is where all conscious energy comes from. It is where your consciousness comes from. It is the source of everything. It is God. Okay? Now, what it does is it releases vibrations into the universe. Okay, so from another, I want to say, I ain't gonna, it's another dimension, might as well say it's another reality where this unified field exists. It's right here with us, but we can't see it. It's just it's in another dimension. It can't be seen. Okay, so what it does is it projects these waves of energy into our universe. Okay, so from the center of the universe you get these waves of energy, and these waves of energy create suns and stars. That's what they do. They create electromagnetism, microwaves, gamma rays. All these different forms of energy is being created by the unified field and being projected into our universe, and it's that energy that's creating our stars. Okay, now this energy is again filtered through our stars. Okay, our stars filter this energy and intensify it. Now our sun is created by what is known as the second ray energy. Okay, or the love, hold up, my throat. But the love vibration. Okay, that's what our sun is pretty much made of, the second ray energy, and is known as the love energy. Okay, so and it filters those rays. The sun filters the rays coming from God, and it projects it onto our solar system. Okay, and it eventually makes it to us, and this is what forms us. We are created by a combination of light energy that comes from the sun and originally comes from the source, because everything, including the sun, is God's energy. Okay, it is the energy of God. It is no different. A sun, just like, all right, this is what is your soul? You got to understand where soul come from. Soul, S-O-U-L, okay, originated from the Latin word sol, S-O-L, okay, which also means sun. Okay, your soul is a tiny, tiny, tiny sun, okay, that can grow. Okay, it is conscious energy having a physical experience, as opposed to our sun that's on another higher vibration or a higher consciousness. Because what happens, what a lot of people don't understand, is this energy travels by photons, what is known as photons. Okay, these photons that is coming from our sun is giving us information. It's literally telling our DNA and our cells what to do. Okay, these photons, waves of energy called photons. Okay, they're coming, hitting your body, and mind you, they go through any matter. They go through you. So right now, even right now, they are hitting you and they are traveling through you. Okay, and every time they travel through you, they're giving your cells information. Okay, and they get, well, not your cells, they give something else in your body called photons. They give your biophotons information. It's your biophotons that actually communicate with your cells. Okay, and your biophotons, okay, is pretty much every living creature pretty much has biophotons. They are tiny forms of light. Okay, right now your body is emitting light. It's emitting light. You just can't see it because it's 1,000 times below the visible light spectrum. Okay, so you can't see it, but your body is emitting light, and it is that light that tells your cells pretty much what to do. It keeps your cells healthy. It regenerates them. Think of yourself as think of yourself like a car, electric car. Electric car needs to always have to be refilled, right? Recharged. Now, this is why you have to eat fruits and vegetables so much, because the fruits and vegetables, they sit out in the sun all day, and they collect these photons that are coming from the sun. And when you eat it, you're literally eating the sun. You're eating the information that's coming from the sun, and that information is charging your cells. Okay, those photons that you're putting in your body is literally charging your biophotons and keeping them healthy and telling your body exactly what to do. We are literally getting information, just like your TV right now or your phone. You're using the phone right now to watch this. You are watching this because of these same photons I am talking about, these wave energies that we have learned that store information, and we have learned to access these photons and put our information on these photons and project them back and forth to each other. Okay? But that's just a very minimal thing of with these photons, though. These photons is literally the way that the Creator communicates with us. Okay? It's through these photons. It's sending us messages right now. You see them on your TV anytime they call it snow. Turn to channel. Remember, you used to turn to channel 3. You see the snow. Shh. All that shh. That is photons. That's what you're hearing. Photons traveling through that wire, and you can see it being projected on your screen. Okay. This is all light energy. Okay. Now, once you understand that, you got to understand that once. All right, let me go back. All right. So now we understand that the sun projects photons that actually gives messages to our DNA. So that's why it's so important to get in the sun and have the sun touch your body. You see what I'm saying? It's because you need that energy. You need that energy every day, and the more you're in the sun, during the day, it's actually been measured. Your biophotons actually get stronger as the sun gets stronger and get weaker as the sun gets weaker. It actually dictates how strong we are during the day. It dictates how much energy we exert during the day. These biophotons. Okay, this is why the ancients used to say, know thyself, because you have to know the spiritual energy. And that energy that you can't see, that is spirit. That is your spiritual self. That is your spiritual energy. That is existing outside of your flesh. When you leave this world, when you die, your body will go back to this earth. Okay? But that energy, that is your soul, okay, will continue on to live on. No, it won't be able to be seen with the naked eye because our eyes can't see that energy. Just like you can't see magnetism or microwaves. You can't see it. Okay? The only time you can really see this energy is when you have a mist of air and a rainbow is formed. Okay? Those are the rays of energy. It's all around you. Okay? So it is the sun that's pretty much creating everything in our known solar system. Okay? Everything. It's the sun. Okay? So you got to understand that the sun is created by what is known as the love vibration. All right. This is why you have to have Christ in your heart. All right. This is the point of it. It's because your heart chakra is created by the sun. Okay. It's created by the sun. And unless you have that vibration or is living a life on that matches that vibration, you would not be able to ascend to the higher levels or ascend to heaven. Okay? It's because your heart is not vibrating light enough. Your heart is not light as a feather. Your heart is heavy, and it weighs your soul down and brings you back to this earth, which is hell. Okay? This is where you're separated from the Creator. You don't see him. You can't communicate with him. Okay? Most of y'all are in hell right now. I'm trying to make it about. And I'm about to explain to y'all the end of days. Okay? But you had to understand that information to understand what I'm about to teach you. Okay? Because now we're going to get into the Bible. That's the science behind a lot of this shit. It's because of the sun's energy, okay, that we are here. Our sun is literally what they're talking about as the Son of God. Okay? Because it is that energy that creates us. And it's that energy that sustains us daily. If that sun stopped moving and rising in the air, we wouldn't live because our biophotons would not produce the energy to keep on keeping our cells healthy. Our bodies would literally just die. Okay? It is life. Christ is the light of the world, literally. Okay? Now let's get into the science of what's coming. The end of days. This ain't the right marker I wanted. Where my little marker at? I don't know if I can switch this camera. I can't, so I can't hold it up. I'm gonna try to position this for y'all, so give me a second. Try to position it so y'all can see and have a good view of what I'm posting. Or should I just stop it and start fresh? Or never? That's what I'll do. All right, hope. This is what I'm talking about. All right, let's get right into the science. Like I was telling you earlier, it's the sun that is pretty much what all this is about. The Bible is a sun book, and this is why. And this is what's coming at the end of the days, all this. It's because of this. Just like this, you know, our sun, right? Travel, it takes 1 year for our sun to travel around our Earth to travel around the sun. It takes 1 year. And each year you have 4 seasons. You have your winter, you have your spring, you have your summer, and you have your fall. Okay? Y'all see that? But y'all know this. But what a lot of people don't know is our sun goes on its own journey. Our sun is not stationary. Our sun is moving. Also in what is like an oval or a circle. Okay? Through the zodiac. Or what is called as the precession of the equinox. Okay? So our sun moves in a clockwise motion, meaning it's going this way, through the zodiac. And this motion takes 24,000 years. Okay? The full cycle of the sun going through the zodiac is about 24,000 to 26,000 years. Because it varies sometimes, because I'm going to tell y'all the sun, I'm going to get to all that. So this is what is called the great year, okay? This is the great year, all right? And it takes about 24,000 years for the sun to make a full process through it. Now, just as you have seasons, okay, during our yearly cycle, the great year has seasons also. It also has a great winter, okay, which we knew as the Ice Age. Okay? We just made it out the Ice Age. Ice Age lasted about 8,000, 6 to 10,000 years, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? You had the Ice Age. That was the Great Winter. All right? And each of the great seasons lasts 3 ages, which is about 2,150 years. Okay? So each age is 2,150 years. Okay? So, like I said, you had the great winter. We're just leaving the great spring. We're entering into the great summer. And then we also have the great fall. Now, all this is important. Now, each one of these lines are the beginning of an age. The beginning of the great winter happens in the age of Leo. All right. The beginning of the great spring happens in the age of Taurus. Okay. The beginning of the great summer happens in the age of Aquarius. And the beginning of the great fall happens in the age of Scorpio. Now, these is ages, not months. This has nothing to do with your birth months. Okay. This is a total different procession. Now, why is that important? Very simple. It's because these 4 cardinal points are also your 4 horsemen. Okay? Let me show you. 1 beast. Let me move this so I can write. 1 second. 1 beast had the head of a lion. What is the symbol for Leo? A lion, right? That's the first beast. The second beast had the head of a bull, or the head of a calf, which is also what? A bull. Then the third beast had the face of a man. Man with a water pitcher. It's the symbol for Aquarius. Now Scorpio is where it gets tricky. The last beast was like a flying eagle. Okay, I know a lot of y'all refer Scorpio to a scorpion, but back in Rome, in Roman time, they referred to it as an eagle, as a flying eagle. Actually, it says flying eagle. Okay, that's what the symbol of Scorpio was to Rome, flying eagle. Look it up. Can't make this stuff up. That is your 4 horsemen. All right, the 4 cardinal points of the great year. Okay, why is this important, and why is this in the Bible? Why are they called horsemen or in destruction, all this? Because each time these ages change, these cardinal points, something happens in the world. Okay, first off, you got to understand the earth moves each time this. I ain't gonna go there. The earth moves each time, every age. Every age it moves 30 degrees. It tilts. So the equator tilts 30 degrees every age, 30 degrees. Okay? So the earth equator is actually shifting. The equator is not in the same spot at the beginning of any age. Now also, why is this important? It's because like the Great Winter was a great tragedy, something that happened. The earth just froze over. Nobody seen it coming. Nobody knew what was going to happen. The earth just froze over. Okay? And this is the beginning of these ages signal the changing of the seasons. The earth is going to freeze over here at the changing at Leo. Okay? Now, when it switches to the age of Taurus, this snow that was built up during the age of during the Great Winter or the Ice Age is going to melt. Okay, because the sun's position is switching, it is getting hotter. The world starts to heat back up in the Great Spring, and as the world heats back up, this snow melts and it floods the earth. This is the second beast, Taurus. Okay. Because this is when the great flood is going to happen. A great flood happened, and it's going to happen again and again and again, because this is the cycle of life. This is the cycle of our earth. Now, right now, we are leaving. We just left the age of Pisces, and we are entering. We are right on what is known as the dawn of a new age. Okay? And this is very important, because right now, we are entering into the great summer. And our sun is literally probably about right here. Okay? Why is this important? Because just like the great winter, all right, the great summer has an effect. It doesn't freeze over, it heats up. Okay? This is why the earth is getting hotter. This is the reason for global warming. It's not the trash, it's not all that stuff, even though that stuff is a problem. It is because the earth is heating up, and there's a reason why it's heating up. It's because it's about to be the golden age, the great summer. Okay? Now, why does the earth have these seasons? Why does the great year have these seasons that last for all these long periods of time? They span 3 ages. It's because the earth has 2 stars. Okay? I want you to understand what I just said. The earth does not have one sun. It has 2 suns. Okay? 2 suns. Y'all got that right there? Because I'm about to erase this and show you about these 2 suns. Earth has 2 suns, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's one cycle. You have another cycle. All right. Now, our sister sun is Sirius. Sirius star is orbiting our star. Our star is our sun is in what is known as a binary star system. Y'all go look it up. 80% of all stars are in a binary star system. Okay, so don't think it's something that's rare for our star to be rotating around another star. Okay, because this is definitely happening, and this is what's coming back. It's because right now our sun is right here. We are on the dawn of a new age. We're about to enter the age of Aquarius, or entering into the age of Aquarius, which means literally we're about to have the energy of two suns. Okay, we're about to be feeling the energy of two suns, and our earth will heat up. Okay, now this is what you gotta understand. Like I told you earlier, these stars give off certain waves of energy, certain photons to tell your DNA what to do. Now this is what's important. Okay, this is why it's so important to be operating on the love vibration when this time comes. It's because if you're not operating on the love vibration, you're gonna burn pretty much. That the heat from that sun, your body won't be able to stand it. You're gonna have to run and hide underground, or just simply burn, and you will turn to ashes, because the sun will be so great that it will destroy everything on Earth. Okay, the first wave of energy that comes through, that comes from this sun, will shoot off a wave of energy. Okay, shoots off waves of energy, and it will superheat our Earth, and it will purify our Earth. Anything that is existent right now will be pretty much washed away. Any buildings or everything washed away, turned back to dust because of this heat. Melt back to lava, and then from that a new world would be formed. Okay, it happens every 24,000 years. This is why we can't find history back farther than for 24,000 years. We can find bones, we can find shit that we dug up, but we can't find any standing structures. Okay, unless they are ruins of structures. It's because the earth does this every 24,000 years. It purifies itself. Okay, and now what happens is it sends out, this is what the rapture is. I know a lot of y'all don't believe in the rapture, but I'm gonna sit here and tell you this is what the rapture is. Those photons that comes from the second sun, when it comes into our orbit, you see what I'm saying, or not in our orbit, but when it comes in contact with us, those photons are going to tell our DNA to do something. Okay, it's going to tell our biophotons to increase. All right, meaning I did a whole video on this too, so I'm not going to go too deep on your pineal gland, but those photons are going to activate your pineal gland. It's going to activate your chakras. It's going to strengthen every last one of your chakras are going to open up. Okay, and your pineal gland is going to open up, and then once your pineal gland opens, it's going to send vibrations throughout your body that's 1,000 times greater than the vibrations you are feeling now, because right now you are vibrating. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to enhance your vibration 1,000 times and enhance those biophotons, and instead of an invisible light, it'll turn those photons into visible light, and you will become, okay, you will become a light being or an angel. Okay, this is what the Bible referred to as angels. Okay, it's when your body turns into a light being, or takes on your as the Buddhists call the rainbow body. Okay, it's because your body transforms into light. You are energy, and because you are energy, the sun's heat cannot burn you. This is why you got to understand that there's no hell, and once you understand that you are energy, you got to understand that energy cannot be burnt. Okay, how can your soul burn in hell when your soul is the very thing that creates fire? I just wanted somebody to answer that for me. Okay, you are fire. Your soul is fire. Okay, so we got to understand that. But this is happening. All right, we are having another sun that's coming close, or another star getting close enough to us that we are feeling its energy. You see what I'm saying? And it's having effects on our body. This is why two men will be in the field and one will disappear and one will remain. Because one will be vibrating with the love vibration, that we're going to get to, how to operate on the love vibration and all that in another video. This video is just to show you what's coming. You can Google all this information. I'm telling you, a lot of this, the two sun stuff, you're not going to really find, because they try to hide this so much. But I guarantee this is why they are digging so many underground bases. They have so many tunnels underground. So they have underground cities. I bet you a bunch of y'all don't even know that they have a highway that stretches from East Coast to the West Coast that is completely underground. And a lot of people say it's cities on the way. They say they have it's a whole world underground. Okay? And it's because of this. They know that this sun is coming, and they want to hide from it. They know that this energy is going to be too great, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. There's nothing they can do. Now, once you ascend, or because that's what you do, your chakras open up and you ascend from your lower self to your higher self, or to your higher mind, and you become a higher being because you're operating in a higher consciousness. This is what it's all about. Okay? Now, you can do this right now. You see what I'm saying? Through meditation, through changing your life, by choosing to do right instead of choosing to do wrong. Okay? You got to tune your consciousness into the frequency that is God. Okay? Because it is a frequency. It is a conscious frequency that is streaming through us. And it's telling us what to do. All we got to do is turn our minds to it. Turn our minds to the light. Okay? And that light will move through us. And that white light will help us in our human life as well as in the next life. Because what happens is, those that don't ascend during this time, or during I call it the great harvest, because